Okay, in our chemistry lesson today, I'll be talking about elements. Elements. The first is, what is an element? What is an element? An element can be defined as a substance which cannot be broken by an ordinary chemical process. Which means that an element can actually be broken or split by complex chemical processes. But ordinary chemical process cannot break an element into simpler form. Types of elements. One, element can be classified into metals. Example, sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminium, zinc, etc. Number two, metalloids. Metalloids. Examples have silicon, two, germanium, three, non-metals. Examples, let's talk about the common one: carbon, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus. Talk about halogens like chlorine, etc. Now, what are metals? Metals are those elements that ionize by loss of electrons. Those elements that ionize or become ions by loss of electrons are known as what? Metals. Whereas those elements that ionize by gain of electrons are non-metals. But there are some group of elements that are neither metals nor non-metals. They exhibit dual properties, partly properties of metals, partly properties of non-metals. So such elements are known as what? Metalloid. And a typical example of it is what? Silicon. Then difference between the physical properties of metals and non-metals. This is a popular WAEC question. State 5 difference between the physical properties of metals and non-metals. If you see such a question, just draw a table as fast as possible. divide it into two. Here you write metals, and here you write non-metals. Number one, that metals are hard, then non-metals are soft. Two, 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 metals are what is called malleable. That is ability of a metal to be hammered or beaten into a thin shape, whereas non-metals are not malleable. Sorry. Metals are ductile. Metals are ductile. Non-metals are not ductile. Ductility is the ability of a metal to be drawn into a thin wire used to make overhead electric cables and rest of it. Then you talk about metals, metals are lustrous. There's ability of a metal to shine or sparkle when cut or polished. When cut or polished. Whereas non-metals are not lustrous. 5. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous, whereas non-metals are not sonorous. Sonorosity is the ability of a substance or a metal to give sound when beating, sounds or notes. We talk about metals have high melting points, or some that are what, or majority that are what, solids. High melting point and boiling point. 2. Whereas non-metals have low melting points and boiling points, as many as possible.